Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is your biology instructor, Ms. Tayyeba. I hope you are fine. So today, before starting my class, let me introduce myself. Yes, my name is Tayyeba and I'm master's in microbiology. I have a one-year diploma in laboratory technician course from Sindh Medical Faculty through DOW Medical College, where I have learned many things like I work in microbiology department, biochemistry department, blood banking, hematology, and many other area I have worked over there. And after completing my master's, when I got married, I shifted to Saudi Arabia with my husband, and I started my career in the field of teaching, and where I worked in different school in Saudi Arabia, and I taught their biology and science subjects in different schools, and I taught many Arab students and students of from different countries like Egypt or Malaysia or Sudan or Yemen and many other countries I taught the students. So it was my very nice experience to teach in Arab students. So after shifting to Pakistan, I continued my career and I joined the Ferguson School, which is located in Gulchan Iqbal, and where I taught science subjects from class 5 till class 7. So today I'm going to teach you the topic in your biology book, that is chapter 7, transport in humans. But it is a very long topic, so I have chosen the topic for teaching, and that is the human blood. So first of all, what is the learning outcome of this chapter? So by the end of this video, you will be able to list the component of the blood as red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Then we will discuss about the state, the function of blood, and then red blood cells. We will discuss the detail about the red blood cells and what is hemoglobin and how the oxygen is transported by the red blood cells. Now, after that, we will discuss about the white blood cells, and in which I will introduce you the two new words, phagocytosis and antibodies. So after that, we will discuss about the platelets. In the platelets, we will discuss about how the fibrinogen convert into fibrin and how the clotting is, how there is a formation of clotting. And after that, at the end, we will discuss about the plasma. And in the plasma, we will discuss about the transport of blood cells and soluble food substances, hormones, carbon dioxide, urea, vitamin, plasma, protein, and many other things. So let's begin. Now, what is blood? Blood is essential to life. It is very important part of our body, and it circulates through our body and delivers essential substances like oxygen, nutrients to the body cells, and it also transport the metabolic waste and remove all the metabolic waste out of the body through the cells. Now, after that, you need to know about the components of the blood. So if you see this picture, so basically the blood is composed of 4 basic components. Number 1 is plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. If you see this picture, there is a small part of the blood vessel, and this blood vessel, you can see there are 4 basic components. These are the red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and the plasma. So these are the 4 basic parts of the cells which perform different jobs. Now, if you make a pie chart, so you can divide the blood into 2 basic components. Okay, this one component is 50, which is present 55%, and the other is 45%. What is 55%? Actually, the 55% component of the blood is basically plasma. The plasma in our blood is the ratio of the plasma is 55% in our blood, whereas the pink area, you can see that this is the cellular part. So I will say you again that the blood is composed of two parts, that is the solid part and the liquid part. And what is solid part? Solid part is basically cellular part, and it is composed of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. And what is the percentage of the solid part? 45%. And on the other hand, there is a plasma, and plasma is 55%, and it contains different components and different nutrients and other things that we will discuss I will discuss you later. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the red blood cells. What are red blood cells? The red blood cell is also called as erythrocyte. What? The red blood cell is also called erythrocyte. This is the cellular component of the blood, and million of which in the circulation of vertebrates give the blood its characteristic color and carry oxygen from the lungs to the tissues. So what is the color of the blood? Red. And why blood is red in color? Because of the red blood cells. The red blood cells, basically they are red in color, so that's why the color of the blood is red. And they are present in millions, so that's why they are larger in number as compared to other cells, so that's why the color of the blood is red. And the mature human red blood cell is small, round, biconcave shape, and it appears dumbbell shape. Dumbbell shape, we can say that is it looks like donuts. That the donut that most of the people they like donuts. So the red blood cells just look like donut, and they are flattened from the middle, and they are composed of they are covered with a thin membrane, and which is basically lipid and protein, and the nucleus is absent in the red blood cell. So instead of nucleus, it is filled with the chemical called hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin is the iron rich compound or iron rich protein, and this hemoglobin help the red blood cell to pick up the oxygen. So I will show you the red blood cell. What is the shape of the red blood cell? You can see in this slide. So these red blood cells, they are flattened from the middle. Okay, they are flattened from the middle, due to which they have long surface area. They have more surface area to pick the oxygen more quickly. So that's why these red blood cells are very important to transport oxygen, and oxygen nucleus is absent in the cell. This is the very this it make it different from other cell. So what is the shape of the red blood cell? They are flattened from the middle. They are biconcave shape and consist of the iron containing compound that is called hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin help the red blood cell to bind oxygen. So that's why they are able to transport oxygen throughout the body. Now come to the white blood cells. What are white blood cells? White blood cells are also called leukocytes. I told you about the red blood cells called erythrocytes, and white blood cells called leukocytes. These cells are helped to enhance our immune response, and that are involved in protecting the body against the infections or any kind of foreign particle. These white blood cells, they are produced in our bone marrow. Okay, so they are produced, and once they produce, they become mature and they come to the circulation. So on the right side of our slide, we can see that there are five types of white blood cells. Monocytes is monocyte, eosinophil, basophil, lymphocyte, and neutrophil. Now I have made this cells individually. Now you can see in this picture, there is neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, lymphocyte, and monocyte. So first of all, if I talk about the neutrophil, so neutrophil, it is the cell which is first active once the bacteria virus enter the body. So whenever the bacteria and virus or any kind of foreign particle enter the body, so our neutrophil, they are first active to and they attract towards the bacteria and kill it. Okay, then and you can see another thing in the neutrophil, this there is a granules in the cytoplasm, so we can say it granulocyte. Okay, there are three granulocyte you are seeing on the slide. neutrophil, eosinophil, and the basophil. You can see the small granules are present in the cytoplasm. So come to the next cell, that is the eosinophil. This eosinophil are also known for the work against the allergic symptoms. Okay, whenever you have any kind of allergy, like some people have the allergy with dust, some people have allergy with perfume, so different people have different allergic problems. So whenever the allergy occur in our body, so this eosinophil, they are increased in number in our body in order to minimize the allergic reaction. So during the allergic reaction, these eosinophil active and they work against that allergy. Then the basophil are also known for the work for asthma. Okay, um, they work in asthma, and whenever you have asthma, so asthma is recovered by the basophil. So basophil, they are active and they are increasing in number during the reaction, and they minimize the asthma problem. Okay, so they are also granulocytes. So the two more types of cells are the lymphocyte and the monocytes. You can see and you can very clearly observe that the both cells have no granules in their cytoplasm. So we can say them agranulocyte. Neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil, they are granulocyte, but the lymphocyte and monocyte, they are agranulocyte. Agranulocyte means A means absent. So it means that granules are absent in their cytoplasm. So what is the role of the lymphocyte? Lymphocytes, they fight against the infection by producing antibodies. What are antibodies? Antibodies, they are Y-shaped cells. Okay, they are Y-shaped structures, and they attract and they trap the bacteria and kill it. So these antibodies are basically the army of our body, and once the infection enters the body, so this lymphocytes, they make antibodies very fast. So they these antibodies help to uh, help our body to against the infection. Okay, it helps our body against the infection. Now the fifth one is the monocyte. What is monocyte? Monocytes help us to clean the dead cells. So what is monocyte? Monocyte basically they are also a granulocyte, and they clean up the dead cell. So during any kind of infection, when our white cells, they are busy in killing of infection or killing the bacteria, so sometimes they died. Okay, like sometimes they died. So what happened when these dead cells, they are cleaned up by monocytes. Now, yes, before that, I will explain you again come to the neutrophil back, please. So neutrophil is a granulocyte, and neutrophil, it first respond to for the bacteria and virus, and they kill bacteria and virus in the process called phagocytosis. Okay, this is the first type. You can see the neutrophil. Neutrophil is fight against the bacteria and virus. They kill it and they digest it. How? By the process of phagocytosis. Now you can see this picture of phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is basically the process of different steps. Okay, and this phagocytes, neutrophil are also called as phagocytes, and this in this picture you will see in the first step, then neutrophil are attracting towards the bacteria, and it make the finger-like projection called pseudopodia. The pseudopodia are the finger-like projection which help the neutrophil to trap the bacteria, and once it engulfs the bacteria, it digests it. Okay, they kill it, and unfortunately, this neutrophil also killed after the phagocytosis process. Okay, it killed itself during the phagocytosis process. So this is the whole process of phagocytosis, which is occurred by our neutrophil. Now, the another type of the cells are platelets. Platelets are not basically cells, these are the fragments of cells, or we can say that these are the pieces of cells which are involved in the clotting and forming of scab where the skin has been cut or punctured. So if you have any injury or any cut on your elbow, on your knee, or any part of the body, so what happened? The platelets, they are involved to make the clot over that region. Okay, and form a scab. And what is a scab? Scab is the brown layer form which is formed gradually over the wound. Okay, so our blood clotting prevents continue and significant blood loss from the wound. So this is the another first what is the role of the platelet is form the clot on the wound area or any injured area, and second it stop the further flow of blood. Okay, it stop the further flow of blood, or it prevents the blood loss from the wound. And the escape formation is actually the seal at the region of wound with an insoluble patch that prevent entry of microorganism that could cause infection. So if you have any cut, so it means that this area, this injured area is giving invitation to all the germs which are surrounding, which are present in the surrounding. So what happened, this platelets help to make the scab over the wounded area, over the injured area, so that this scab will not allow the bacteria or any kind of harmful germ to enter the enter that area. So this scab remain in place till the new skin has grown underneath. So it will you can say that there is a brown and dry color layer form over the wounded area. So most of the people, they are trying to scratch it. So you should not scratch it. Basically it is the covering of that area, and it is the protecting layer on that area which which doesn't allow the infection to enter the body. Okay, so it is actually the sealing the skin. Okay, and when the skin is broken, that is there is a wound, so platelets arrive to stop the bleeding, and a series of reactions occur within the blood plasma. So once you have any cut or any injury, so there is a lot of reactions take place in the plasma. I mean, we can say that there is a series, step by step, there is a process. After that, the platelets will be able to form a clot at that region. So the platelet release a chemical called the soluble fibrinogen to fibrin. Now, here is a point to note. What is fibrinogen? Fibrinogen is the protein which is present in our plasma. What is fibrinogen? Fibrinogen is the protein which is present in our plasma. Once you have cut, so platelets produce a special chemical which convert the fibrinogen to fibrin. Fibrinogen is the soluble protein and fibrin is the insoluble protein. Once you have any cut, this soluble protein fibrinogen convert into fibrin, which is insoluble, and this insoluble protein will trap all the white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets and form the clot at that area. And you know what is the name of that protein and the name of that chemical which is produced by platelets? That is the thrombin. Okay, thrombin is the chemical which is produced by platelets which convert the fibrinogen, soluble fibrinogen, into fibrin, and this fibrin form an insoluble mesh across the wound, trapping the red blood cells before forming a clot. So therefore the clot will form. So the clot eventually dries and develop into scab and protect the wound from the bacteria entering. Yes. Now in this picture, you can see that in this video, or in this picture, you can see there is a cut, and this cut, all the platelets and the red blood cells, they are attracting towards the this wound and stop the further flow of blood and forming the scab in order to protect from the infection. And this is the thrombin protein. Okay, thrombin is a chemical produced by platelets and which convert the fibrinogen into fibrin, so that this fibrin trap red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets and form a clot. And this clot help in the formation of scab and stop the further flow of blood. Now the last topic, the plasma. What is blood plasma? Blood plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and I told you that it is present 55% in our blood. Okay, so 55% blood plasma consists of 90% water. Okay. What is the percentage of water in the plasma? The 90% water present in the plasma. That's why we must drink 7 to 8 glass of water in a day. So this will help you to get your healthy plasma. To make your healthy plasma, you must drink water, at least 2 liters or 3 liters. So this plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and it is mainly made up of water. The function of the plasma is to carry the blood around the body plasma. Okay, so the plasma carry dissolved nutrients, hormones, carbon dioxide, urea. It also can distribute heat around the body. So it means that okay, there are a lot of nutrients present in the plasma, like plasma has proteins, minerals, fat, vitamins, calcium, magnesium. So there are a lot of things which are present in the plasma which perform different jobs. Some of the, like for example, if the plasma has calcium, so this calcium is supplied to the bones and teeth. If the plasma has protein, so it's supplied to our muscles. So in this way, the plasma is very important for our blood, and it also help to circulate all body cells. So basically the cells and plasma, they are mixed together, so the plasma help to transport these blood cells throughout the body. And second thing, it also maintain our body temperature. So if you have the good healthy plasma, so your body temperature will be maintained by it. So this is all about our blood plasma. So I hope you have understand many things, and there are few new words that I've introduced you in this topic. So I hope that you have understand. And if you have any query regarding the topic, so you can contact us on the given address. So inshallah ta'ala, I will meet you soon in our next video. So till then, Allah Hafiz.